All right, we're in the opening round of the playoff tournament. Way down here at the bottom. Just getting on, so I have no idea what the scores are at the top. Let's make some guesses as we go along here. It's gonna have to be 31 plus, just to start to talk about being somewhere up towards the very top. So lots of holes to pick up shots. Lots of holes we have to get shots. You take the par fives, really, like just getting the eagle, like that's big. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a few Albies out there, but it's going to be a huge exception rather than the rule. So let's go check out hole number one. Nothing yet. I came in with a pretty weak score, just shot the minimum score. I did pick up a couple, but a couple of the par fives I think I dropped. Let's go check out hole number one. Hole number one is going to be Glen Monarch. All the holes are on Glen Monarch, but they're out of order. Glen Monarch, hole number two. I'm going for, so if we have any kind of wind on the favorable side of the table, I'm going for this spot and trying to bridge this gap and get on in one. Go for the putt. If I have any wind that's on this side of the table, I'm going to shoot for up here, going to the cup, and I'm going to do a minus 10%. To start off with. We'll see where it goes. We'll see how it rolls. And if we have any headwind here and we're taking this shot, I have found that it really does kill the roll. So it's gonna really stop it. You can end up being short right on line to the cup. So we'll have to see how it plays. I think to get over to the other side, here's the deal with the apox. So to get over to the other side, my APOC has more raw distance, but I really need some top spin. So I'm going to use one of those Bryson balls. I won't get I will tell you that this ball guide may not seem like it's a lot, 3 versus 3.6, but this is huge. So here, I mean, it is, being at a dead number like that, any of the numbers, when you start getting past a 5, that's a good spot to be in. And the extra mile, that extra ball guide is really big. So I'm not sure which one of these bags. It's all going to come down. The wood's not going to be a factor here, so it's one of these two bags. And I'm going to start off with the Bryson ball and hope that I have some favorable wind. If I don't, I'm going to hit it with the extra mile and a Kingmaker. Let's make sure I have some Kingmakers. I do. So I got a plan. I think if I tank the drive shot, especially if I can hit the first pad and get a forward moving bounce, even if I don't get all the way out, if I'm up there, I still have a serious chance of getting in. Even if I fail on the first bounce, I still have a serious chance of getting in the hole from up there. That it's worth the trying to get on in one. I do like the shot out there. You're at minimum club. If I can get an opponent. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for joining the channel, man. I go first. Let's see what kind of wind we got. That wind's not going to do us any good. You can see I don't think I can fight against that wind. Maybe. Okay, so it would move me out in this direction right here, straight down. Three, 7. I'm gonna hit it 2 rings out on the outside, 1 ring, clip, in the rough. Arrgh. I've made the shot over there. This is one of those things I think it'll be like a 50-50. That's not a good wind. Hit over there, but you got to hit that shot perfect. It's pretty narrow. See if my opponent can get in the right spot. All right. I got a serious chance of making the sand. See if I can hit it perfect. I think I got a serious chance of it going in. Where am I at in my club? There's max, there's mid. I'm in that 8 per ring range. So half a ring's 4. There's 2. There's about 3. I'm gonna do a little, and I hit it 1 ring great to the right. Arrgh! Arrgh! That's a hole that in the weekend round, that's definitely a hole that we have to get. Hopefully in the weekend round we'll get a little better wind on that hole. What would be fun is if they actually gave us a layout of the course and told us which way the wind was blowing, so we could look at the holes and really get an idea, and so that the holes kind of followed that wind. It would change it from round to round, but it would make it be a lot of fun. And I got to get used to looking at the wind. They're actually showing the wind on the deal. One of my viewers pointed that out to me. You're correct. Thank you. Not the result that we want on hole number 1. So I got to get a little better here as we go along. Because every other par 5, all the par 5s we have to get eagles on. All the rest of the par 4s we have to get eagle on. We really need to get eagle on all the par 4s. And the hole-in-ones, we have serious chances, but I haven't practiced the hole-in-ones at all. I ran out of practice tokens. And I bought one of the tees and I played some, but it won't fire off. I don't know what the deal is. Hole number 2. Hole number 2. This par 3 right here is hole number 1 of the tournament, or the Glen Monarch Estates. And I'm doing because I have no practice here, I'm just going to start off with just a base number. So I'm going to do a mid club. I should be at mid club with a power 3 ball. And I'm going to use a sniper. A sniper. One of those bags. I'm going to use a vintage ball. I'm going to use a 3 power ball because it puts me dead center mid club, and I'm going to use a low wind 3 power ball. I'm trying to clear out some of the odd ones that I have in my inventory. Where I have 4, I've got 1. I really think the way to do the ball thing, if you're buying balls, is you're either buying the 4.99 packs, so you're getting 10. And I really don't like it when we get 2 different balls, because they only give you 5, and it's nice to have one where you can practice with that ball on 2 holes, or play that ball 2 holes. Or have a few for practice, especially if they're bigger hitting balls. And my connection's not stable. H2O. Gatorade. Alright, this wind works really good for us. Opponent's got a nav doing the bounce over. Never really liked the bounce over. They're in a little bit of power and they're leaning a little to the right. Let's see if that affects the shot at all. Or if they're in the hole. All right, here we go. Let's hit this perfect. .1 rings. Two one. Oh, that's like 7,000 rings to the left. It's like 2 rings to the left. Way off. Speed was good though. It's easy to end up short on this hole, especially if you've got lower developed clubs and you don't have good ball guide. Birdie. I have one of the special tees on right now, and it's not doing anything. It's not giving me, and it's got 2 shots left in it. Even. Oh, I did get one. There we go. Got 2 practice rounds. All right. They are working now. Excellent. Hole number 3. Hole number 3 is going to be hole number 9 of the tournament, or of the Glen Monarch Estates. All right. Now, you can do this with a power 3 ball. And where it puts you, what I'm trying to do, there's a lot of different ways that you can try and get out here to the tip. And obviously, the farther forward you are, the better. If you can get kind of pretty much beyond this line, and let me zoom in a little. You can get down into like anything forward of this area with a 3 power ball on a big dog, you're kind of where the white line is. You're still having to put some topspin in order to get over, but if you brought out a 4 power ball, it may or may not, depending on how you get out here, help you, but it will definitely help you on the second shot because you can get deep up into this hole. If you can get deep up into that hole, you could even bring a guardian because you may have to engage just a little bit of backspin in order to get over there. So I really think you can do it with a power 3 ball, but you have to have, it's definitely 1 shot at a time, and you have to put yourself in absolutely the right spot. So to help yourself out, you could bring a power 4 ball. Let's just pick one. I would like one with a little more wind than 1. These ones are, but not sure I want to use up those particular ones. We'll use a serpent ball. I'm going to take my extra mile. I want to take a bag. If I really get up there in the hole, it's the question of the big dog versus the guardian. That extra ball guide's big, distance-wise, accuracy-wise. If I find myself in the wrong spot, the big dog can save me because it's got the topspin. So now it becomes a question of, I've been working on my Cataclysm, trying to get it to level 6. It's right there right now. It does have a little bit better ball guide, same distance. Accuracy is the same. Not quite as much topspin. Backspin similar, curl. That ball guide might be helpful right here. Same accuracy, 1.8. I'm going to take that club. This might be one of the first and few times I've used a Cataclysm. Alright, that's what I'm taking. And it really doesn't matter what you have in here. It's all 1 shot at a time. So if I don't, You've got to execute on this drive shot and put yourself in this spot to have a shot at the cup. And the shot at the cup here, I know that there's probably somebody out there that would go, oh man, there's a great Albie shot. I don't know where the hell it's at, but there might be. I'm going to pull back a little from the red line. .5. There's 2-1. I'm going to go I'm going to do the little over pull. Hit it one ring great to the right. Right is really bad. That's sand. Yep, I'm in the sand. It looks like it's a mile off right there, and the reason it looks like it's a mile off is a one ring great to the right on the first bounce is just one ring great to the right, but on the second bounce, it's way the hell off. Way off. I can hit forward though and give myself, if I can get way up in that pocket, if I can get the right angle, give myself a pretty good look at being able to pick up the eagle with either a wedge or a short iron. It's funny, I went out and practiced these particular holes just because there are shots on them and made some adjustments. Saw what I could see, learned what I could learn, and then came out and failed on 2 of them so far. Yeah, no, you got it from there. That's good. That works. Spitfire. Maybe 3 rings out. 2-5. There's 2-5. And hit it a whole bunch of rings on the right. About as good a spot as I could have got it in. I think if I'd hit that perfect, I probably would have ended up in the rough. It didn't have quite as much curl as I remember it having. I haven't had to do a big curl shot with my sand wedge in a long time. Now the cool thing about bringing a Guardian in a spot like this is there's a shot that you can do with a Guardian where you're doing, a lot of times when you're hitting max overpower like that coming into a hole, you got to put a little bit of topspin on it. You have no freaking clue with all the power like where it's really going to end up. But with a Guardian, you've got a lot of power and you've got backspin. You can put a little backspin on it. Sometimes you can do a max backspin, max OP shot, and they're like, you almost can't screw it up. Okay, there's min, hornet. There's max, so there's mid. So I'm eking I'm at right at mid hornet, which is 2 per ring. There's 3-6. Oh, I knew I had to snap it off. I was in the red. I would have been short. That ball guy was appearing and disappearing. I hate it when that happens. You know, whenever you encounter that type of situation on the course that you have to change your strategy. Usually the best way to do it is to put on a little bit more backspin so you can get closer to the cup and you're involving the rollout less. But I was trying to take advantage of my ball guide there where it was flattening out. Good job. Nice shot. Good luck in the tournament. See if we can have anything happen on the well, I might dig myself into such a big hole on the back that I can't recover on, or in the front that I can't recover on the back. Hole number 4. What is hole number 4? Hole number 4 is hole number 5. Alright, this par 3 right here. I'm taking a sniper and a marlin. I'm going to take a navigator. Let's see if we can go get a hole-in-one. Now, I know that there's an adjustment here, but I haven't hit it perfect into the cup yet. And what I'm trying to do is trying to just do a straight-up wind adjustment so that I can make the adjustments instead of starting off with some other number. So I'm right at minimum club, and I don't have enough room to work the wind out, so I will have to bring a marlin. .2 divided by 1.2 is 3.5 rings. Yeah, no, I just can't catch that perfect in the middle. Great to the right. I've been hitting everything great to the left. And this is one of those holes where if you hit a great to the right, you'll go great to the left. You hit a great to the left, you'll go great to the right. So if you're making adjustments, you have to take into account that peanut. Making your tail wobble. Weeble wobble. See if my opponent can do the, there is a rough bump that you can do up there. I suppose the cool thing about the rough bump is that you can get past that spot that's in here, that bowl, and get a little more consistency to it. Let's see what this looks like. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Oh. That was a nice shot. It didn't go in, but that was a great effort. That's definitely going to go in for them. They're going to be able to work that out. Hole number 4 in the books. All right, we've got a par 4 here. It's hole number 7. On my notes it says need eagle, extra mile, katana. We're doing a max overpower hook on this shot. So let's look at hole number 7. I know exactly what hole it is, but let's just look at it. All right. Now I'm going 1.5 rings out from the sand, white ring off. So what I did at the start of the week, I was white ring off. So bullseye's right here, and I took the shot and ended up in this rough. I moved it out 1.5 rings, ended up catching the fairway, bleeding up, but I had too much topspin. I did lower the topspin down a little bit and was still off. That's because I was on the inside and I ran out of fairway. So I'm going to try 5 topspin. I need an extra mile and a katana. to get this miraculous feat done. Extra mile and a katana. That's all I need. If I need to pull out, I will when I get up there need to pull out my wedge or my putter. But if I have to pull out anything other than those two things, I'm in big trouble. The drive shot did not go as planned. 5 top spin. And where I was at before is I came in so far to the left that I was over here and just dribbled off. You probably could use 4 top spin and end up out in this area. This wind won't be bad for us. Doing yard work today. I decided to take a break. It was a little hot out there and I've been working for a bit. Cool down. It's going to be hot this weekend. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and the West Coast is going to be pretty hot, so I would imagine California is going to be blazing. Nice. That's a really good look at the hole. Nice shot. Very, very nice. Okay, so there's right off. There's about a ring. Okay, 3-3. It's about a ring and a half. Max overpower hook. And I got all of it. And I don't think I made any adjustment at all on the ball. Did I make an adjustment on the ball? I might have. I think that might have just been straight up. I don't remember actually going in there and making the adjustment on the ball. Oh, that blows. See if we can get this in. Hitting it perfect. El Perfecto. Finally making a shot. So that's picking up for one of the ones that I know that I dropped. I think I did drop that par 5 and didn't get that, but I did. And I didn't get hole number 1. That doesn't make up for everything that I haven't made so far, but that at least gets me on some track. Okay, hole number 6. Hole number 6 is a big par 5, and it's hole number 3. I think this is the serious one. Hole number 3. Yeah, this is another serious hole. Now, just because I know I just looked at this Cataclysm versus the Big Dog, and they have the same curl, same accuracy. So I get a little better ball guide with the Cataclysm, same distance and stuff. I'm gonna try out the Cataclysm. It might be right there where it's getting. I know at level 6 it's definitely takes over, and I don't think I'll ever use the Big Dog again. But we'll try it out. Extra mile. And an APOC would work good here too. So it may be, based off of the wind, I may have to use an APOC. I may need an APOC because it gets me that little distance. I want to bring a 3 power ball. I'm used to taking the second shot with a 3 power ball. And I've been working on trying to set it up with a 3 power ball up to this point, so we shall see. We shall see. I think I'm going to try the APOC bag. It is a little more accurate. And I'm doing a rough bump, so I'm not going to get all of my ball guide anyways. Wind is blowing the right direction. No, I think I'm going to have to use this bag right here, because I need the top spin to be able to get me over. I'm just going to let the wind push me. Up into that area. No overpower. Hit it one ring great to the right. I missed the rough, but I didn't have enough. I was able to stick it up there. That's the spot on there. As you can make that. I'm actually up close enough up in the front, I could probably take a traditional shot at it. So now I've been consistently being kind of in the middle of this fairway pad this week. So the second shot I've been practicing and setting up has been for that mid shot. So even though I'm in a better spot right now than where I am normally, it drastically changes what I do on this second shot. I've been more about where my opponent's at. I'm going to go 2.5 rings off. It's 1.8 per ring. So there's 3.6. And I'd rather it push me farther out into the fairway. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if we can walk around that corner without clipping right there and get some run up towards the cup. Where I find myself where I don't like to be is when I'm on this side that I'm on, it's more difficult. But when you get farther up here, if you skip the green and you end up on the upper side, the chip coming down to the cup can be a little challenging. I'm not a big fan of doing those partial slices. Now you got a great result there. Nice shot. Nice shot, but the deal is that it's hard to repeat that. Okay, wind's definitely going to play a factor. So I want to be on that side of the cup, the right-hand side of the cup, so it'll blow me over to the left. And hit it one ring great to the right. And we know wind's a factor if that goes in. And it went in right on the other side of the cup. Excellent. Excellent. That's a must get. Must get. Now we got an opportunity to pick a shot up. These par threes, I have not practiced the par threes all week, so the deal is all 3 of the par threes I'm going into it with just a base number wherever I'm at in my club. I don't care. I'm just doing a base number and I'm trying to work the numbers for my clubs in the hole. Nice shot. Crowd goes wild. Crowd goes wild. What hole are we on? Hole number 7. That par 3. Hole number 7 is hole number 6. Glen Monarch. All right, I'm doing a rough bump on this one. And I do know that we do a wind adjustment here, but I have no idea what it is. And with my sniper and a katana, I'm at mid club at 1.2 per ring. Sniper, katana. Let's pick this bag, any bag with a sniper. If I need anything more than a sniper and possibly a putter, we're going to get a hole in one right here. And we're just going to eliminate the spec. This will not put us back on track, but at least get us, help us out just a bit. 3.7 divided by 1.2. It's 3.1 rings basically. And I'm eking towards max. .1 rings. Try and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Let's see where I land versus my straight up wind adjustment. Just a bit on the outside. And I think from where that landing spot was, is it did push me closer to the edge of that rough cut. I'll have to go back and watch the video and see where I set it up. It seemed like I was a solid ring away from it in the setup, but I was only about a half a ring away from it with where the wind pushed me. This is one of those holes you want to know. You put on the 3 side spin and you put on X top spin and you put that on, and then you go find the spot instead of dicking around finding a spot. You save a lot of time in the setup. That's a shot that you definitely want to have some time to get the rhythm down. Just a bit outside. Go back and see what happened. Diagnose the shot. I haven't watched the national news or the national weather, so I'm not sure in the United States. I'm sure everybody's having a little bit of a heat wave. Although it was raining here about a week ago, so I'm not sure what the East Coast is getting. Need to call my buddy Scooby and find out. He lives in PA. Hole number 7 in the bag. Hole number 8. Am I on hole number 8 already? Hole number 8 is a big par 4. And it is hole number 4. Yes. The smart shot here is to lay it up and give yourself a shot going in every time. I like this side over here, but it could be argued if the wind was blowing directly this way that this side over here is not bad. Let's see which way the wind's blowing. I'm going to try and just get on in one. That wind won't help me, but it won't kill me either. And I did this with an Apocalypse. And a Kingmaker, but I did it twice with an Apocalypse and a Kingmaker. You can bring out a bigger ball. I was trying to get farther forward with the bigger ball so that I was doing max overpower, but I might be able to bring out a 5 power ball and not have to do max overpower and help kind of standardize the shot a little bit. Let me try a power 5 ball, and if that doesn't work, I'm just bringing a Kingmaker. I'm going to take an APOC, and the wood's not coming into play. If the wood comes into play, I got bigger problems than the fact that the wood came into play. We'll see what we can get done out there. I'd really like to take the shot without using any overpower, or I'd like to take it where I can get further to the right and try and take that sand completely out of play. Somebody out there's like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? I don't even know what this hole is. That's okay. Next week, we'll quit playing these holes for a week, and I'll totally forget that they're in Glen Monarch. Come on. Can we find an opponent? Yes, we can. GL, the Bronx Bombers. APOC Kingmaker start centered. And that's a big ass wind. I was thinking the difference between a power 3 and a power 5 ball. See if my opponent can get up there. That's a good spot. With this wind, it's going to be due cross. Five one. There's 4-5. I'm gonna do a little over. And I hit it 2 rings to the left. And I'll let it up right in that sand. That setup is a little bit different with the power 5 ball, not having to do the overpower. That second bounce you can actually get farther forward with it. I'll have to see how the wind's blowing on the back. I might just bring out the power 3 ball. That's why I pulled it back in the shot a little bit, was to try and get that second bounce with the max curl to still have fairway to land in. See if my opponent can get in from there. This is definitely a makeable hole. Nice shot. Nice shot. Seen a lot of people make this shot, all of these holes. I don't know that I've won any chests today, and I've made a couple. Hey, there we go. I seem to hit this perfect. Oh, I keep catching on the wrong one. Distance was good. That was like 3 rings. I can't believe that wasn't a good. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, still got some work to do on that hole. I got to standardize that. What's funny is going out and practicing it and then fucking coming in here and tanking it. All right, I know exactly what I'm bringing on this hole. I actually need to practice this hole, so I'm bringing this bag right here. I'm bringing a Kingmaker. No more than 2 topspin. No more than 2. Now you can come out here with a power 5 ball if the wind's blowing the right direction, and you can get over to the other side, and even if you end up in the rough, it doesn't matter. It's an easy eagle. There's a max overpower hook shot that you can do from here that in more cases than not you'll end up way up there past the sand traps in the rough on the right hand side. You get an easy eagle shot if you got a Nirvana. Upper developed razor. One of those big hitting rough irons. Off-roader. I'm working on my off-roader. That club, I still have a long ways to go on that club, but if I can ever get it up there, it will be an awesome club. Here, right in the front. Hitting one ring great to the right, which helped them, gave them a little more room, but not quite enough. They were really pushing the limit up there. That ball carries a little bit farther in that hole. It's not necessarily wind, it just carries farther in a hole. No more than 2 topspin. .33, 1.5 per ring. So it's 2 rings and a 5th. Max curl. Hit it 1 ring on the inside. 1 ring to the left. And I just barely cleared that over on the other side. It carried it down further into that hole. And that's not the way the wind was blowing. So it wasn't the wind pushing me further into that hole. Although the wind is pushing you forward just a little. See if my opponent can get over. Hitting it perfect. Give themselves a little bit more room this time. Ooh! On the fairway. Whew. Close. Close. Okay, so it's 1.8 per ring, so that would leave me 12. So that's a ring and a third. I'm going to have to put a little bit of curl just to try and bring it back to the cup. And I hit it 1 ring great to the left, which is going to bring it even farther around to the cup. Now I put the sand in play. Not quite enough distance. You got a 4 side spin ball right there. You could probably bring that around. The whole deal is I'm trying to leave myself plenty of room. It's more important on this hole to get the eagle than it is to dick around with this sand trap over here and end up trying to push the limit for Albie. I'd rather be way out in the middle like I was and have a ball that had enough side spin to bring me around so that I can still maintain the separation with that sand trap. And it's not the first bounce with the sand trap. It's that anything off on your first bounce, you're seriously off on the second. And it's super easy to end up in that sand trap. We all know because we've all been in that sand trap. And if you're new and you don't know, you'll learn. That's for sure. There's some of these sand traps in the game that are like magnets, and that's one of them. Anything you hit great to the left coming into that cup, that sand trap, like all of a sudden like went, hey, I'm here. Don't forget me. All right, just shooting them. That's the minimum score, and that's not good enough. There's two of the par fours here that we have to pick up. One of them, I think we just have to pick up, and the other two, I being generous, we have to pick up one or the other every side. But you know, there's going to be too many people that are going to pick up all three of the par fours, and so that puts them at minus 15. And so there's no way that you're going to be able to even think about anything until you can get to minus 30. And then you're starting to work on those par threes because those are your only options. The par fives are pretty tough just to get the eagle. It's not to say that you don't have an Alvey shot, but it's not the best Alvey shot in the game. All right. That's where we are after 9. So I'm going to have to pick it up just to qualify because there's no way that with those types of opportunities that you're going to be able to qualify. I think the qualification, the cutoff at 50 is going to be at least picking up 2 per side. So that means you have to shoot a 28. So that means in order to qualify, I'm going to have to shoot a 16 on the back, which is like not out of the realm of possibilities. But I put myself into a little bit of a box here. All right. That was the front 9 of the opening round of the playoff tournament. Thanks for watching.